Hello, hello, ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, and everyone living in 2022. Your prince is here. Also, Spoka, once again, pillows filled with astral feathers. Really? Are you sure about that? How would that even work? I mean, if you were looking for physical comfort, it has to be done physically. Astral, on the other hand, I don't think astral is physical. Who said astral? Wonders if people with feathered pillows feel down. I'm not so sure how to respond to that. Yeah, I know it's supposed to be another comment about my wings, but I am not sure how to respond to that. Like, I really am not sure how to respond to this question. I really am not too sure how to respond with that. Just saying. Anyways, we'll be doing another Genshin stream today, and yes, I have been doing a lot of Genshin streams lately, so yeah, I'm basically becoming a Genshin streamer, or I already am a Genshin streamer, so I think I played this game for like around, around a month or so, a month or two, so yeah, I started like a few weeks ago. I mean, I could check in my VODs, I could check in my VODs and see what my first Genshin stream is, so how long has it been, so I can tell it's probably around a month or so, so many weeks have passed since then, and we've already done progress on Mondstadt, we've already done progress on Liyue, now we're at Inazuma. Boy, does time fly. But it could also mean that I've already, it's a pun, feathers that have been broken down are called down. The soft feel is why Downy fabric softener was named what it is. Ah, yes, Downy. Anyways, I'm all set, microphone set, audio set. Get that squared away. My water bottles are ready, just in case for some hydrates, and let's move on to the main room, game room, shall we? Okay. Man, I really need to rename this. That's it, I'm renaming this to game room. There we go. Much better. Ah, the Hydrate Redeem is back. Now I have to do one major thing. Bear with me for a bit. Bear with me. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I know. Okay, thank you for the Hydrate Redeem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alright. Now we can get started, shall we?
To pick up. Quick, come on, get yours out. Come on, go.
Hold on, Gimmo's in the chat? Oh, maybe this is, back then, I think. So yeah, Gimmo was in the chat a while back, so yeah, during the off stream. Okay, so we'll have to continue with this. So head back to Inazuma and go to this Konda village. I believe the Yashiro Commission, yeah, I believe the Kamisato estate, actually. The Kamisato estate actually recommended me that the hillside seems to be a bit shocking. That's because it's raining, of course. Anyways, we're supposed to head to Konda village. And we're supposed to do some favors for the Kamisato so that we can finally meet the Raided Shogun. We were denied all this time because they led to believe that they could bring us out of the state, but that's not why we're here. We're just here to meet with the Raided Shogun. We just want answers, you know? So fixated. Have you been struck? It might have been an enlightening experience. Ah, that's another pun. Alright. Thank God for teleportation. We can leave Inazuma anytime we want to, and there's no in-game consequences. Alright. Let's do with our first task.
Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this?
Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
Alright, let's check it out. Alright, let's check out. Any problems?
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay.
What happened?
Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. He has put an enormous amount of work into looking after this place, and we all think the world of him. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
Jeez, what made him decide all of a sudden? I don't understand. What's wrong, old-timer? Why'd it change?
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree.
I knew it. It's the Vision Hunt decree. It's the Vision Hunt decree. It's always the Vision Hunt decree. Seriously, Raiden, what are you doing?
It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
I see. Without his vision, he doesn't have the power and ability to defend, to protect the people of this village. His power and his ability to defend the people was stripped away thanks to Raiden Shogun's decree. That makes a logical sense. But even so, as we learned in the as we learned from Aether and all, visions alone don't mean that you're a great fighter.
I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
He's going down the same path as Kazuha.
Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here.
Yeah, it does sound. He fears he would fail them and get them hurt without his vision. That too, Spoka, that too. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in wrong party. Wrong party. Ah yes. There are several party setups I made. So party 4 is basically Klee, Heizo, Yelan, and Ito. Unfortunately, I feel they're currently under-equipped in my opinion. That's why I chose this one. Bennett, Chongyun, Arataki Ito, and Kaidehara Kaz- Whoa, wait. Sorry. I was doing that during the off-stream. Here, let me switch it back to Zhao.
You called?
I still feel that Zhao is effective, even though it does have a long cooldown with his elemental skill. Plus, his elemental burst I like his elemental burst. Okay. Alright, Tejima. Oh, wait. Let's switch to Ito. Good.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay.
Well, you lived here for a very long time, and everyone depended on you.
True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone.
Wow. Spoka says, I'm contemplating playing with a 30-year-old puppet. I own a few of them. Ooh, a puppet collection. Neat.
In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now.
Wow.
So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy.
Agreed.
Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Any clue you have? Any clue?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
So not only did they took his vision away, they also took his memories. Raiden, you bastard.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
You mean like a bucket list? Whoa. Also, Spoka says Yoda, Miss Piggy, Fozzie, Animal, Bert, Grover, they have things in common. Muppets, really? Muppets? Not that there's anything wrong with the Muppets.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere.
Frank
Let's
Oz,
take a look.
yes. Yes, Frank Oz, yes, definitely Frank Oz. He is the best.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Alright, so we're gonna have to find a diary. It's kind of weird that we're finding a diary for him. This is his personal stuff. Lavender melon. Let's see, this is his log, not diary.
This looks like Tejima's diary, all right. Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab.
But the loss of the vision took part of his memory and spirits. Ah.
I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking for. Time to pay a visit to the shrine.
Alright, so we're gonna have to go to the shrine. Ah, the nearby shrine. There we go.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child.
Yep.
But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
Good point. We'll never know unless we try. Then we'll use elemental sight. Ah! See? Worked. Okay. Right over there. Okay. Now it's pointing in this direction. Wait. Okay, now it's going back. Well, this one. There, the rocks. Alright.
Here we are. This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot.
Also, just in advance, for like dialogue segments and cutscenes and all. I'll try to, just to give you guys a chance to listen. So yeah, but still.
The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look.
The stones make me think there might be a grave. Oh no. Man, it's giving me flashbacks of watching the Gungrave anime. Oh man. Nope, it's not a dead body. Don't worry. It's not. Don't worry.
Must have been written a really long time ago.
It's not a buried person. Don't worry about it. The letter. The paper's gone yellow. Wow. Yellowed letter.
Honda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again?
If we become separated during the war, go wait for me in Konda Village. There'll be a safe home for us there. This is Konda Village.
Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone.
Yes.
But he's been here for 30 years. Oh, guess they didn't show up in the end, huh? Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
Box is big enough for ashes to have been interned with the paper. True. Alright, let's give the stuff to Tejima. Let's talk to Tejima and see if this rings any bells.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited.
Her?
And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly.
Well, don't say that.
30 years feels like the blink of an eye.
Hey. You try being a Cronian. 100 years. You try being a Cronian wingman, alright? 100 years is nothing to a Cronian.
How could I have forgotten something so important to me?
Let me guess, lack of exercise?
Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out.
I knew it.
Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared.
But even if you did only one thing each day, it still adds up. Ah. Anyways, does that make you feel sad?
No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. Her face, her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream.
Do you still plan on leaving?
I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her?
As well as disappointing.
When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here.
No worries.
I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad.
It is, but losing a reason to feel sad may be the saddest thing of all.
Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too.
That's right. I just remembered. Losing your vision means you lose your hopes and dreams too. Fortunately, me and Aether don't even have visions to begin with, so we won't have to worry about that loss. But those who are vision bearers, like Arataki Ito, Bennett, Zhao, Venti, all of them, that would be sad.
That certainly explains the state Teijima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
We weren't able to make a lot of progress, but at least it's a start.
Well, let's go find the next person. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
Tenryou. See you later, Teijima. So now we have to go to the Tenryou Commission. There's a samurai. Just teleports just to save time. I'm just teleporting just to save time. But yeah, that was really sad. It's a bit sad. Losing your vision means losing your hopes and dreams. I'm beginning to think the vision medallions might be cursed objects. They help focus a vision, but they make it possible to physically take it away. Vision medallions. Just like immortality, the vision medallions are both a blessing as well as a curse. If you have it with you, it'll be with you. You have the elemental power, and it can help you in your fights. But once they're taken away from you, all your hopes and dreams, your memories will be stolen. Such a blessing as well as a curse. Just like immortality.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree.
The ones enforcing the Vision Hunt Decree. So they're the enforcers. Raiden, on the other hand, was the one who brought up the decree.
But why would they take action against one of their own?
That's a good question.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
He doesn't have that information. Why are you...
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
What's going on? Emergency provisions? Like emergency food, for example?
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
Nope.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai.
Oh, I see. Not only do they have problems with immigration in Inazuma, and not to mention that the fact that they don't take kindly to outsiders, there's also discrimination with samurai.
It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want us to help someone like him?
Teijima, on the other hand, Teijima is one thing, but this is another.
Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
Yeah. I'll handle this. Just leave the talking to us.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today?
Then again, he might not have what they wanted. Without his vision, he's no longer going above and beyond to help the others. That's right.
My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to.
We've heard that you lost your vision recently.
And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
So basically, they think that you're relying on the vision too much, and because of this gives them reason to confiscate it from you. But vision users don't rely on their visions too much. Besides, looking at Aether and the others, they usually use their fighting skills and they mix and match using their vision abilities.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt Decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I will perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders.
Damn.
Which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth, but we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Gotcha. Let's track. Alright.
Atsuko. Is she still okay?
Even the treasure hoarders aren't, Ah! Hello?
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot. I mean, besides that one house.
Stealing valuables is one thing, but stealing food? That's another.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in hoarder history.
Wow, the treasure hoarders seem to have a sickening kleptomaniacs. Each and every one of them are just kleptomaniacs. Each and every treasure hoarder in this game is a bunch of kleptomaniacs.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
Let's teach them the consequences of stealing other people's food. It's called a cup. I hope you're paying attention to this lesson.
Picked the wrong test subject.
I hope you've been paying attention. Reminds me of Zograd looting in most games.
There goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know?
Cersei, right. Also, reminds me of Zograd looting in most games. That's only a video games. That's only a video games. For these types of games, that's different. But in this case, not so much.
Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever
Tell us
Kurosawa?
more about Kurosawa.
Oh, I remember.
And this isn't a video game. Yes, this is a video game.
So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew he shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
It better be food.
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside.
Seriously?
I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box for our freedom. What do you say?
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
You better fall through with this deal.
Huh? What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs!
What?
Yeah, a lot of them too.
That sucks.
And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here.
He owed something. Seriously, he owed them a lot.
We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths don't cross again.
If it happens again, be prepared for even a bigger punishment.
Yes, of course.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
For some IOUs. This is not the type of... You ended up stealing something which is unexpected.
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Zograd here. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, Zograd. Spoka was just mentioning you. Yeah, that samurai owed the IOUs. He was keeping things going on promises. Yeah. Anyway, Zograd, your VTuber bro is playing some Genshin Impact here, just doing some Inazuma missions. I just had to deal with some, treasure hoarders. Those kleptomaniacs. So, Zograd, were you lurking? I don't think I can answer this question for him because I'm focused on the game right now. But I'm pretty sure Zograd has a lot of other stuff to do. Of course, lurking is appreciated. If you can't make it to the stream, that's fine. You just showed up. That's good. Yep, he showed up. Alright, Miss Aoi.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something?
I compared you to treasure hoarders in the plot of Princess Submission. Oh my god, Spoka. Oh my god, Spoka, really. No, you're good at amassing things.
Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about?
Do you recognize these IOUs?
Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Debts?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from.
Yeah, we're not interested in paying for them. We just want to know where they originated, where they came from.
How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Ah.
But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Yeah, he should know that with the inflated prices, he has to afford some kind of compromise.
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning.
The usual was how much it took to help the people. Yeah.
So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
Considering that he is part of the Shogun's army, and the Shogun's army isn't well received from the general public, this is expected.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now.
True.
Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself?
Well, here's the thing. He doesn't remember.
I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated.
Yep, I knew it. It's just like Tejima.
Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
His katana?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
What did we just say?
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree? Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
Well, we already do have that much, so fair enough.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions were coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession.
And the fact that his vision was taken away, so his memories are also stripped away as well, just like Tejima.
Let's go talk to Kurosawa again, and see if he can remember anything.
Let's go and check it out. That's a bit sad. Losing memories. Such a sad feeling. I know, I've seen the latest Spider-Man film. Everybody has to forget about... No. I don't want to... I almost gave away a tidbit. No way. No spoilers allowed. Anyways, Kurosawa?
What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left.
Seriously? Threatening?
It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often.
Don't use threats. It's not gonna work.
Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
It would have been nice if you could have also covered the IOUs. It would make it easier for the shop owner to afford the stock for the community. Well, the IOUs would be... Well, you did hear what they say. We're not here for the IOUs. We're just here to find out where the IOUs came from. We don't intend to pay them, because that's not our responsibility. That is Kurosawa's responsibility. If we paid, that means we would be ending up shirking the responsibility. Unintentionally, of course. I know, I said nice, not right. Ah, yeah. Yeah, well, we did track down the treasure hoarders, but actually, we recount our encounter with the treasure hoarders in conversation.
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so.
Sword? That's it!
And this sword was once wielded by my father.
It's confirmed.
I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely.
Ah, a classic case of childhood mischief.
What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands.
A family heirloom.
And said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
The words are virtue and justice.
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all.
Once again, it's a start.
But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
He's approaching neutrality.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses.
Well, the Yashiro Commission is focused on cultural things, so they may have some power to do so, but it wouldn't hurt to just ask.
In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword.
Losing a vision.
Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience.
Damn it, Raiden, what were you thinking?
Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision.
That's right. We won't have to worry about that.
Let's go find the next poor soul.
Unfortunately, the squad has visions. Now that's the last person, the final person. Don't mind us, we're just climbing.
The third person who had their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Hyman heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive.
I have no idea what the Meikyo Shisui art is, but based on what you said, it must be something.
This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around. Let's go talk to them.
Let me guess. Let me guess. I can tell how things are gonna play out. His dojo is getting underfinanced or having some major problem. I don't know. I've seen too many TV shows and all to know that this would happen. But still.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine.
Ah, sickening sensei. Not uncommon, but unexpected.
Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end, didn't he?
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though...
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all.
Possessed?
Once the exorcism has taken place, he'll be right as rain in no time.
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately!
So many visions taking so many memories and undermining natures. The entire society is crumbling. Mondstadt and Liyue are able to prosper without any problems. But Inazuma, on the other hand, is crumbling. That's right. If only Raiden weren't such a tyrant, things would have been different.
Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
We're here to become disciples.
disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason we came all this way, to seek him out and ask him to train us. But then we got here and overheard you talking about how he got possessed or something?
From the way you're dressed, it doesn't look like you're from around here. Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being.
No worries, we'll wait until he's recovered.
I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple Nanako and I will explain Sensei's situation to you in a little more detail. Then you can decide whether to stay or to leave.
Fair enough.
Sensei's name is Domon. A name I'm sure you've already heard.
Domon. The only Domon I've heard of is Domon Kashu from Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Yeah. Domon Kashu, fighter of Neo Japan, and pilot of the Shining Gundam and Burning Gundam, originally called God Gundam in Japan. It was originally codenamed God Gundam, but it's actually referred to as Burning Gundam. Because think about it, his attack's Burning Finger. Domon is the rest of his name, Arigato. Ah man, another pun. But yeah, Domon Kashu. The only Domon I know of is Domon Kashu from Mobile Fighter G Gundam. So basically, Mobile Fighter G Gundam is basically Domon Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto. Ah, man, thank you so much for that, Smoka. Yes. So yeah, Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Gundam meets Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, let's move on.
Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many other prominent sword masters, never losing a single fight.
Sounds something legendary.
He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. His fervor truly inspired us, and we trained hard, determined to keep up with him.
So not only he is training his disciples, but he's also continuing to train himself. Very ambitious.
But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away.
I knew it!
He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over, and he refuses to let us train. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's being possessed by an evil spirit. So, we've asked the Shrine Maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine to perform an exorcism.
So yeah, taking a person's visions away not only removes the memories, but just like what Kurosawa himself experienced, it also takes away a part of their personality too. So Domon's personality was taken away, and his disciples were led to believe that he was possessed.
But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over whether he'll completely recover.
The Grand Narukami Shrine? What's that?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself.
Ah yes, that's the place where I ended up going to activate the teleportation waypoint.
Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary shrine maidens from the Grand Narukami Shrine would have clear power and authority to perform an exorcism. So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going to be just fine. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more than welcome to come and watch if you're interested.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see for ourselves.
They might not be wrong. An incomplete spirit has an opening to exploit by other spirits. But that isn't something I saw in this game. You know, you could be right, Spoka. So taking a vision can also mean taking your spirit away. So yeah, his drive and his spirit is taken away, leading to another spirit inhabiting. Could it be? So what would this ghost do? Would this ghost be like a vengeful ghost, or a ghost that causes mischief, just like in Casper? I mean, that could be something. Oh, we just need to wait at night for the exorcism. Alright, let's do this Metal Gear Solid 5 style. So, 1800. Which is around, okay, so... 1200 is 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 1800 is 6. There. Whoa! Another Metal Gear Solid 5 moment. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's see. What's new? Oh yeah. Just wanted to check. Alright. Wait until 9 for the exorcism. I'll just wait for a few seconds. There.
Can't catch me.
Or even a lesser kami seeing an
decided
event
to
to make
come.
use of. Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei in one of his fits of madness.
What?
Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, she heard him whispering a few names to himself. When she asked him who the people were, he suddenly looked panic-stricken and pushed her away.
Whoa.
It looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking frantically around him with bloodshot eyes.
Whoa.
All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew, others we didn't recognize. But they all seemed to be the names of sword masters he had defeated in the past. One of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's, his senior, in fact. But Sensei defeated him in a duel many years ago, and he has been a wanderer ever since. Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him, so the exorcism can finally continue. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the result. Here's hoping Sensei will be back to his normal self very soon. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he wakes up, he is sure to be thirsty.
Jeez. I feel sorry for Domon. That's Teijima. Teijima? What is Teijima doing here?
Huh?
Is he one of them?
Who's that sneaking around? Uh-oh. Could they be here to mess up the exorcism?
That was Teijima, wasn't it?
We won't let them get away with it. Come on, let's go after them.
Is he trying to disrupt? What is Teijima trying to do?
Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up?
What is Teijima trying to do? I mean, you all saw it. That's Teijima.
Definitely the right place. Let's look a little further.
Wait. It's just Sofa is now following. Wow, thank you so much for the follow. It's just Sofa. That's a pretty unique profile name there. It's just Sofa. Ah, man. I'll just call you Sofa. There was a chance he came to ask questions. It could be. Yeah, because we've met Teijima and he doesn't have any malicious intentions. So don't worry about it.
Aha! Suspicious person sighted. That's gotta be
That's
him.
Teijima, right? That's Teijima.
How did you catch up with me so quickly?
Wait a minute. He doesn't have a beard. That's not Teijima.
Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does. Unless... I guess it's been a few years.
That's not Teijima.
Maybe
Teijima
his
doesn't have a
skills
beard.
Improved again.
Or a goatee.
Excuse
Goatee.
me? We're the ones asking the questions here. First off, who are you? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts? You seem like bad news, mister.
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon back in the day. Long before you ever showed up.
Are you Aizai by any chance?
I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know, I am Domon's senior.
I knew it. Yes, I was right the first time. The art style has many very similar appearance characters. True.
His senior? Wait, that means you must be...
Anzai.
Anzai, yes.
That's me.
But why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated with him ever again. When we were young, we trained under the same swordmaster, studying Make-Yoshi Sui art together.
Under the same swordmaster? Wait a minute. I thought Domon was self-taught.
I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone looked up to me as a steady and dependable older disciple. Practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority of disciples are indifferent to rank and reward. I was no exception, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming smile on his face, how to become the best in the world. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best swordmaster, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind. And that this would impede him from ever mastering the blade.
The current disciples earlier said both they were trained by the same master. Whoa. But Domo was him. But the disciples, one of the disciples, Junior, I believe Junior said that he was self-taught. His master was self-taught. Since he scolded Domo and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Coveting the title of the best swordsmaster, barely days into his training, showed he had a fickle mind. Wow.
I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing less than perfection in the art of the sword, and nothing could deter him from this goal, no matter what stood in his way.
Sure sounds like he meant business. So how come you don't want to ever see him again?
Let me guess, you take your loss against him. You take your loss in your duel against him very hard, right?
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Everyone had high expectations for me.
Ah, jealousy.
Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my status too. I fled the dojo that day and never looked back. Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei too. Sensei was advanced in years by then, and unfortunately that match used up every last ounce of energy in his body. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down though, I still respected his mastery of the blade, and his commitment to the art of the sword. So, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. How could he, of all people, have lost his mind? His mind was the sharpest of them all. He had practiced Make-Yoshi Sui art to perfection. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten.
Well, he hadn't lost it. Sadly, it was stolen with his focus. You mean vision.
So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now. The exorcism is probably finishing.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. He wasn't here to mess up the exorcism at all.
He was jealous, but he's the type of guy to not let jealousy consume him.
Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
Yeah.
Let's go see how the exorcism's coming along.
Let's go and check it out. Pretty sad, overall. Really? With the current state of affairs in Inazuma, it's currently not a good idea to, be in this place.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Oh, the only problem I see, they made themselves believe.
Nanako, please. Try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Domon. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty, and all is certainly not lost. For I received word not long ago that Lady Yae has taken an interest in your sensei's case.
Lady Yae? Is that the same Lady Yae that I think you mean?
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
Correct. Lady Yae is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your sensei, but Lady Yae can give a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yae?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yae does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine. I wish Domon a full and speedy recovery.
I see. Further consultation.
Who'd have thought Lady Yae herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yae's attention?
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yae, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
Of course, we'll tag along.
Sure. After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yae. We're curious to meet her too.
And not only that, Lady Yae, the people are saying that the Lady Yae is the only one to closely connect herself with the Shogun.
Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden Shogun from her.
That's right. So it's not only a star for them, it's also a star from us too. So we'll head to the shrine. And it's a good thing I have the teleportation waypoint unlocked. Good thing for teleportation, right? That's great. We could just teleport. Teleport. The Kamisato clan oversees one branch of the Inazuma Tri-Commission. Among the clan members is highly respectable Shirasagi Himegimi, Yashiro Commission. Alright then. We just teleported to the shrine. Boop! Okay. Missing many opportunities to grind on the way. True. But still, it's a good thing to we don't want to waste too much precious time, you know? Look at that. The tree has a fox head on it. But who wants to actually play the game the long way and forget the point of getting to places?
No wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence.
Lady Yae. Oh, almost forgot. I have to bow. Don't forget, the ZRF must be polite and must show manners.
Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
How?
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Unless she can see into the future, or unless she has the ability to see through the future, or mind reading, or something.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai.
As if she had also heard rumors. Oh yeah, the rumors. Of course, I've almost forgot about the rumors. They spread far and wide too, even in Inazuma.
Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
But then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself.
Change of
Unable to
personality.
cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead.
Whoa.
When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault, Father. Sensei. Anzai.
That's enough.
Huh?
Whoa.
Isn't that Anzai?
How?
Where did he come from?
But he...
Did he follow us the whole way here?
Oh no.
Anzai. Why are there two of you?
Two?
Is that you or a ghost?
No, that's him.
You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
He wants his suffering while he still had his ambition and goal.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you.
Yeah.
On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them?
They don't have visions yet, so there could be a chance, but even so.
I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now, All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you so effortlessly defeated me. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Meikyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them.
Basically, just don't make mistakes.
Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
The disciples thank the headmaid shrine, turn, and
So
leave.
even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Well, the other two, Kurosawa and Teijima, all we did was just jump-started their resolutions. But this one, it feels like we've already resolved the resolution. It seems as good of a resolution as we can hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
As expected.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Whoa.
I have high hopes for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you.
You got there when you were
She
needed.
seems super mysterious. Paimon's so curious what she really meant by all that.
They're putting all their hopes on us now. We got there when we were needed. And the right time. Talk about coincidence. This is a surprising coincidence. No, maybe it's not coincidence. Maybe this is expected. What was Yai Miko thinking? Does she really think that our journey would have a new turn? At this stage? Or at a later stage?
We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
We did all we could. All that remains is just report back. That's all we can do at this stage now. We can just simply glide on down. Thank God for the wind gliders. And I said wind gliders, not wing gliders. But yeah, having the visions being stripped away is such a sad thing. I was thinking more of the wind of digestion, actually. Wind of digestion? Seriously, wind of digestion? What does that mean? Okay, let's enter the Yashiro Commission HQ and talk to the Kamisato. Ley lines, mysterious network that links the whole world together. Within each flow, the elements send ley lines remember all things that happen in the world, from the surface down to the deepest depths. As you digest food, you create digestive gases that must be passed at times. Ah, that explains why we fart.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes?
Or to the best of our ability.
Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
She's not here?
Huh?
What's going on? Whoa!
Huh?
I see.
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face.
Wow, but all of a sudden, but why now?
I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Well, we didn't help out much, unfortunately. Not everything was resolved.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them.
That's right. Not all, like I said, we weren't able to resolve them fully.
Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
I was just wondering about that earlier.
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Hey. Don't be so
Paimon, you are
rude.
most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Ah.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Okay then.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
All we can hope is that one day they'll be free from this torture and torment.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
Okay, so this is so basically what you're saying is, in order for us to get close to the righted Shogun, we have no choice but to fight against the Vision Hunt Decree. Only by fighting back against the Vision Hunt Decree will we be able to encounter her. It doesn't look like we can just basically walk up to her and talk to her, because at this stage it's basically close to impossible. No, scratch that. It's highly impossible now to just walk up and seek an audience with her. So the only choice we have, the only choice that will get her attention on us is to fight the Vision Hunt Decree. Alright then. Sorry, I just needed to collect this information myself and understand. Alright then. We will fight the Vision Hunt Decree with you.
You will? Really?
However, you have to keep the promise you made to us.
Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
I see. Let's not keep them worried. So yeah, we're on our way to meet with the Raiden Shogun, but not what we expected. So yeah, like I mentioned before, we won't be basically seeking an audience with her. The only thing we can get her attention is by going against the Vision Hunt decree. Only by going against the decree she herself planted will only draw out her attention. AFK end results of digestion to dispose with. Ah yes, the others.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
Okay then.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it! Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
I knew it all along that it needs to be kept inconspicuous.
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
A perfect hangout without having to deal with the commissions and even the Shogun herself.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
We do. Like, for example, what kind of god is the Raiden Shogun?
The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
So she's basically someone who is supposed to be admired, but instead someone to be feared now. Her lack of emotion must have been this way, so her lack of emotion. Does that mean her lack of ambition is also got stripped away too? Just because she's sad, just because that she doesn't have it, does she, maybe she was feeling terrible, and just because she's feeling that doesn't mean that gives her the right to drag the entire country down with her. Any case, next question. Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt decree as of now?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt decree is something that has no implications whatsoever.
So you're saying it's completely unnecessary from the start, right?
After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions.
Oh.
Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others.
Only for a small part of people receive visions.
Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt decree is one of indifference.
Oh, so basically people just don't care about it.
How can they be like that? Paimon's getting mad.
It's like people have already lost hope in a higher being they believe in. This sucks.
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance?
Resistance? You mean like an army fighting against the decree?
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sangonomiya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their different belief systems.
Different islands, different beliefs.
But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement, beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt decree.
True. Now, last question. Have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt decree?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
So in other words, these other two commissions may have some hand, so they're also responsible for this. Maybe they are the ones who also established the Vision Hunt decree, and not the Raiden Shogun herself establishing it and having the commissions enforce it. Maybe the two other commissions, the two other commissions and the Shogun herself were responsible for establishing the decree in the first place, and that the two other commissions are the ones to enforce it. In that case, now we no longer have any other questions.
Ooh, Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
Well, considering that it's the Yashiro Commission who handles ceremonial affairs, like you said.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity.
That's right.
Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
Challenging a god is a big gamble.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, I could tell it's just gonna basically stand by and doing nothing. Can visions be restored? Well, it's possible. I mean, we did see in the last stream there is such a thing as a masterless vision, so it's possible for visions to be restored.
Well, for the moment,
but whether it be the same or different vision is
the harm
unknown.
That is being caused by this decree.
So basically, just adding in some armor.
For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there who can make fake visions?
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
Ah, this must have been where Venti went.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryo Commission.
Darn! So they found out about it? Ugh.
Yeesh.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
He did save many others with his work, though.
Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt.
So basically, you're allowing... so in other words, you're offloading that job to us outsiders, huh?
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Nagonohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
Gotcha. So we'll head to the fireworks. So much information. It's true that the Yashiro Commission has been trying to... Fun fact, Hanabi applies to both fireworks and flowers. Cool fun fact. So recapping, the Yashiro Commission did openly object, but the two other commissions and the Raiden Shogun herself dismissed that instead. So this goes to show that there are some attempts at resisting against the decree, but not by a long shot. Apparently, they're already losing their fight they're already losing their resistance fights. And it doesn't look like it will be taken care of too soon. It's gonna take it. Alright, there. Huh. there's soldiers over there. So does that mean that it's also confiscated as well? Yep, there are soldiers too.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the Vision Hunt decree, then you'd better think again. Believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered, and we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time. You'd best save yourself the trouble.
Can't you make an exception? I just got this vision. I won't even use it, I promise.
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold, can we?
This may come back to bite us in the future. But if it's one way to get the Raiden Shogun's attention, then let's go for it.
Psst. Hey, wait. Huh?
What the?
There's someone trying to get our attention.
Hey.
Come on, this way.
Okay, let's go.
What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help?
I heard about the tea house on the way to the restroom. It reminds me of the Crown Arcade Sailor Moon, a public place where you can have a private discourse. Also, yeah.
Shh, quiet. Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey, this isn't right, you know. Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit back and watch others in trouble.
Paimon, quiet.
Huh? Hey, wait. You do have a vision.
Shh.
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here, take it.
Wise choice. All right, let's go.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. Doesn't he know what could happen to him after losing it? This is your fault. You're the one who stopped us from interfering.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
I knew it. It's a fake.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya. Sorry about that.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
That was some impressive stuff back there. You got me impressed too.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too?
Well, Miss Kamisato mentioned his name.
You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shiratsugi Himegimi has a plan. Awesome! I've been thinking about breaking him out too recently, but if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble.
That's right.
So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed the area and found a way in.
Whoa, talk about a reliable source. Seems we've got the right person on our team.
The right person for the right job.
Not bad, huh? Let's go as soon as everyone's ready. Don't worry, Master Masakatsu. We're on our way.
Time to break him out.
It's very daunting. We could get in trouble for this.
Can't catch me.
But this only applies if we're in INAZUMA, right? If it was Mondstadt or Liyue, that's different. True, this may turn into an international case, but still. Alright. Let's try and be subtle about this, alright? We can't just go face first. We're gonna have to try and be subtle about it. I could tell we are already unwanted here, so yeah. Ooh, never mind. Subtle? Why? Oh, this is subtle. Police detention center. Ah, recommended party level 47. Most of my party is above level 50, so we got this in the bag. All except for Arataki Ito himself, of course. But I doubt it'll be too much trouble. I mean, if we just go marching in all out, it's just gonna be troublesome, you know? It's a good thing we're using a more subtle approach. Ah, we're being raided, we're being raided, we're being raided, we're being raided. We're being raided by the Neko. The Neko, Nerdy Neko, here. Hello there, Nerdy Neko. Hello there, hello. Many thanks for the raid. Many thanks for the raid. Many thanks. And hello to you all raiders. Hello. This is your crown prince from the future, SadhanaAZola of the ZRF. And Cronian Wingman from 1 million AD. Pleasure to meet you all. Pleasure to meet you all. I'm basically a variety streamer. I do games, I sometimes do karaoke, I sometimes do lore, and I do some other content. I'm currently doing some Genshin streams at the moment here, so yeah. Hello. Angry German, hello there. So many. As you can see, your prince is currently doing the mission right now. Doing a mission here as we speak.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, we've got a good chance.
We got a good chance.
I wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. Let's find Master Masakatsu and get out of here.
If you want to stick around and get counted by Twitch, as viewers, it helps to watch with a clean link. Ah, you sent my link. They add the reference part to ignore watchers. Ah! Okay. Never mind, let's continue, so...
We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu.
A little present, huh?
I'll be right back.
Ooh, okay.
You sure? Alright then. Just be careful not to get caught.
Yes,
Okay. I don't see a sneaking button, so... No sneaking option. Still, how do we... Oh man, we're gonna have to cause some chaos! I knew it! Let's cause some chaos! Yeah! Sayonara. Uh-oh. Woo! No. Let me handle this. Let me handle the shoutouts. Let me handle the shoutouts. There we go. Let me handle the shoutouts. I'm giving you a shout out, Nerdy Neko, for the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ah, yes. Alright. I don't see a sneaking option, so we're just gonna go all out.
Catch me!
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
That's right. See? We have no choice but to basically... What the? Wait! They're infused with electricity! Big mistake, big mistake. Oops. Oh, wait! Better idea. Superconduct!
I must withdraw. Let's roll! Can't catch me! Show me what you've got! I must withdraw.
Yeah! Woo! Thank you for the shout out. No problem, Nerdienko. No problem. Aw, man, this type of enemy I don't like because he's too fast. Seriously, his lunging attacks is so annoying. His lunging attacks are so annoying. This is the one enemy I don't like. This is one of the several enemies I don't like. Whoa.
Don't hold back. I need to train harder.
Also, why are they sounding like they're robots or something? The times that they speak, they sound like robots. They have that. Whoa, elevators. Well, they are enemies. They aren't there to be liked. True. Okay.
Battle formation.
No, you don't. Is this a trap? Yeah. Come on.
Let's roll. I won't forget this.
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it.
Hold on, let me heal up Ito real quick. Okay. We use chicken mushroom skewers. Okay. Special trick, huh? Ah!
These guys seem a lot tougher than usual.
Wait.
Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
Ha! See?
I must withdraw.
Ah! We shut it off. We just simply shut it off. We don't need to break anything. Cool. Ah, boys!
Teach me a lesson. Show me what you've got.
Disappear.
Well, gonna be too much of a pain. Let's go with the Xiao method.
Worthless.
Come on.
Worthless.
There.
Can't catch me.
Oh, no, you don't.
Strike first. Don't hold back. I won't forget this. I need to train harder.
Attaboy. Useless.
I dare you. I've been
Woo!
bested.
There we go. It's like a possession multi-voice. Does the jumping spear drop ever make you think of Dragoons in Final Fantasy? Could be. Oh, wait. Let me open the chest. There we go. We got the heroes. We got some stuff. Okay. Still need to head on over there.
Doesn't that Magatama shape
Amulet picked up.
similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Whoa. There. Floor traps. Could be floor traps. Okay.
Teach me a
Hi,
lesson.
boys. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Watch your step.
Ah.
Show me what you've got.
Sorry, I need to make some space here.
Show me what you've got.
Can't catch me.
Wait. If they're brought closer together like this.
Don't hold back.
A touch of frost.
Ah, no, you don't.
Show me what you've got.
Useless.
Ah, no, you don't.
I dare.
Ah, you must. No, you
Withdraw.
Ah,
Forth, my blade.
ah.
Useless.
Ooh.
Don't hold back.
Ah. These guys are the hard hitters. And they zoom around too, which is not good. Okay, fine. Let's go with Changyu's move.
Strike first.
Seriously, it didn't do much.
With my blade.
It didn't do much damage either.
Clear cut.
Woo!
Watch your step.
Can't
Oh
catch
no,
me.
you don't. See, they zoom fast.
I need to tell me what you got.
There.
Train harder. Let's roll.
No, you don't. Now you're the only one.
Strike first.
Attaboy!
There.
Bested.
Target down. Now we just need to shut it down. And we just need to move on. Oh, we also need to collect the amulet. Now we got 2 amulets. Let's see. We have to go ahead. Here you go. Wow, that was some crazy fall. Look at him. Were we not supposed to use the lift? Oh. Come back and fight. All right. There. Okay. Get that squared away. Amulet 3 acquired. All that remains now is that we have to take care of some stragglers. Like such as this one. Woo! Fell down. Okay, we got 3 amulets. Now we just need to open the door. All right. Okay, the door's open. Now we can move this. Oh, I see. It's like that, huh? Intriguing puzzles. Intriguing puzzles. It must be quiet.
Shh! Quick! Hide! Look over there.
Let's
that
hide.
Must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
No!
Oh no! Those Tenryo Commission fruits are torturing him!
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
We can only grit our teeth for now.
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Master Masakatsu, our whole plan will have been for nothing.
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
We've been caught.
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson, that's all.
Huh? Who's that?
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army. What's she doing here?
Kujo Sara. I think Kazuha mentioned her before.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryo Commission itself.
Whoa.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Oh, Paimon sure wouldn't want to get on her bad side.
You and me both.
Hey, this is our chance.
Let's move while they aren't watching Master Masakatsu.
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right time?
Sounds like someone to negotiate with. Yeah.
Who is that?
You idiot! You spoiled it!
Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Ah,
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
nice one.
Don't worry, I've got us covered. Time for my little present.
Boom.
Fireworks!
Inside?
Was that an explosion?
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them. Maybe more than enough.
Might not be able to distract Kujo-Sara, though.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
Cool. Nice work.
I was particularly proud of this batch. I decided to...
Shh! What the?
Whoa!
Yoimiya, this is turning into a bit of a fireworks display.
Yeah, it's working a bit too well.
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
I'm starting to think it's not just only for distraction.
Look, the coast is clear. Now's our chance.
She decided overkill.
Yoimiya, is that you?
Master Masakatsu! Sorry we took so long. Oh, those awful guards.
Come on, we've got no time to lose. They could be back any minute.
We have to... See, I told you so.
Oh.
I sensed something. You were watching us this whole time.
Yes. Leave. Before I let my judgment get the better of me. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention.
He's just... Whoa.
But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... you can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Thank you.
Leave this place.
Okay. I see she wanted to do things on her own terms. That's something. Talk about... Am I having a newfound respect for Kujo-Sara? She really has the air of honor in her. She cares for the wounded, even with Master Kujisaki in prison and in such beat up condition. Even though she knows that he has to be arrested, but still, she does show some concern for him. This is really something.
We're finally out of that creepy place.
Yes. Finally, I've made it out of there.
Master Masakatsu,
Makakatsu.
how do you feel?
Sorry.
Can you hold on?
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated. I'll treat you to a round of drinks once this is all over.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu.
Yeah, don't mind us.
Good thing we were able to rescue him.
Luck was on our side this time.
Right, Kujo-Sara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him?
It could be, but ultimately I'm not so sure. I wasn't able to get a read on her.
It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though Paimon would never agree with their actions in the Vision Hunt Decree, of course.
True. They're still far from redeemable.
How about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
At least there'll be some silver lining. Pretty good silver lining, in fact. Overall, it's pretty good so far, so we won't have too much problems. So far, it ended off on a good note. There are decent people in every force. It's often orders that cause issues rather than corruption of the units in question. Often orders that cause issues rather than corruption of the units in question. Corruption is only part of the problems. Just orders, on the other hand, is different. Following unscrupulous orders. So this is not an Order 66 scenario.
I see. So Kujo Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Kujo Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. She obeys the orders of the Raiden Shogun without question. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. And we couldn't have done it without Yoimiya and the Traveler.
Really, it was nothing.
You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Thanks for the compliments.
Don't mention it.
Really, don't.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently this time without the help of the Traveler.
That's right.
But if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt decree, there is still much to be done. It is time we make ready our next set of plans.
There's no need to rush, my lady. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued Master Masakatsu, but our list of allies appears to be growing. Yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making preparations for a celebration. They call it a ceremony of sorts.
Again, obeying the orders. Loyalty to a power structure sometimes requires enforcing the structure's wishes. That is true.
And the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning. The days ahead may be more peaceful than usual.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou Commission?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little more breathing room than usual.
You do present a good point.
Of course. But as I stated myself before, you can never be too careful to keep your guard up.
Being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a period of rest is in order.
That's true.
Toma, what would you suggest?
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Might I suggest an evening of hot pot together? Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll find it quite amusing.
A hot pot game? What's that? Well, as long as it has to do with eating.
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was.
Ah!
Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot.
Ooh, neat. Resting on assumption of an enemy being occupied leads to a risk of being like a hare losing the race because of assuming he had won. That's right. But like I said before, even when you're resting, you can never be too careful to lower your guard. So always keep your guard up regardless. Be aware of your surroundings.
Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try. In fact, I've already got my ingredients prepared.
You really do want to play, huh? Well, sounds like we've got our work cut out for us. Time to gather some ingredients. But what should we choose?
We do have a couple of ingredients, but it's best we stick to the classics just to be on the safe side.
Let's see what we've got here. Fresh fish fillets, shrimp, bamboo shoots. Nice! You can't go wrong with these. Paimon can't wait.
Okay. We enjoy normal, harmless.
Paimon never thought we'd be the only ones to actually put anything edible into the pot. Don't go wasting the rest now.
Agreed.
This was possibly the scariest looking hot pot Paimon's ever seen. Fortunately, Toma ended up eating all the weird stuff.
You can say that again. But hey, at least I got the most points. Oh, wait a moment. That doesn't feel good.
Let me guess, stomach problems?
I'm afraid it's your own fault for adding all those strange ingredients, Toma. The soup flavor wasn't quite the same afterwards. Even with a traveler's normal ingredients, I still couldn't guess any of them correctly.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the traveler ended up eating one.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet either, but I bet they are tasty.
Boiling cakes in hot pot? Ugh. Think of the texture.
Not those type of cakes.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest, I thought the cakes would be a tasty addition.
Wait, you mean actual cakes? Oh, I was thinking of like fish cakes or something, but this?
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay. I need to lie down.
Man.
I feel like a new man.
You got it out of your system? Good.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. I can sense it.
The risk of letting non-cooks choose ingredients.
So without further ado, I hereby declare that the winner of today's Hot Pot Challenge is me.
Oh, brother.
Good effort, team. Another important job taken care of. Next on the agenda, some well-earned rest and relaxation.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, then some rest would be a welcome change of pace. And with the extra time, there are some other matters I wish to attend to.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days' rest, we'll reconvene at the Komori Tea House and discuss our next operation. Downtime is hard to come by these days, so be sure to make the most of it. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking about our ingredients for our next round.
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the rules. I'll see you all later.
Bye, Toma.
All right then, you take care.
Seems we won't need to be visiting the Komori Tea House for a while. Why don't we go explore some other places?
All right, this long and arduous chapter, Act 1, is complete. So many quests, new quests. Let's go check. So many quests here. New chapters, new story quests. Go to the Komori Tea House the following day. This is for the next quest. Let's just exit the tea house before we can end today's stream. Finally, we got Act 1 squared off. All that remains is that we have to wait for Act 2 for our next stream. And that's all we gotta do at this point. Woo! My God. Yeah. Woo! Sorry. I've just, Alright. Once again, I got a loss for words. I guess now the favors have been complete. Okay, why is the screen black for some reason? Okay, finally. I hear the sound. Okay, where's the screen? Where's the screen coming up? Oh. Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
Huh? Ayaka?
What's wrong?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance, but you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission or the Kamisato clan. It is my own individual request.
Individual request? You mean personal stuff?
Correct. It concerns my mother. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, you are the only person I can entrust this to.
Can you give us more details?
A few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name.
Whoa.
It is one that I have never heard before, so the fact that she mentions it so frequently, it makes it difficult for me to ignore.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
You really never heard the name before? Not even once?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, both my brother and I are familiar with the vast majority of their acquaintances. So, I am very curious about this mysterious individual. I would very much like to meet them. According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother. Someone with a lot of personality, who liked to have fun.
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's name.
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to do? Do you need us to find her for you?
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. I wanted you to assist me with the preparation of greeting gifts. Please keep everything I have told you in strict confidence. The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy at present, and on a more selfish note, I don't wish to involve anybody else from Inazuma in this matter.
And so you turn to us outsiders for help.
Exactly. That, and you are also a kind, well-mannered person with a genuine concern for other people. Not to mention trustworthy. I would not feel comfortable with anyone else in this situation.
Well, you chose correctly.
You can count on us. We've done greeting gifts before, so we should be able to help. In terms of payment, just treat us to some delicious food and we'll be more than happy.
Yeah, you don't need to pay us. Don't worry about it.
Wonderful. In fact, I was hoping to take this opportunity to show you both around, if you don't mind, of course.
A tour? Sure, I don't mind.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all. Do we?
Aether says not in the slightest.
Thank you kindly. Shall we head off then? Ogura Textiles and Kimonos is our first stop.
Alright, sounds great.
Okay, this is basically a change of pace. We ended up starting a separate chapter. But I'm guessing we can... Yeah, we're basically starting off a separate chapter, but it's time we call it a day for today's stream. Don't worry, it auto-saves by itself. Do not worry, the game auto-saves by itself, so you don't have to worry about it. Cameron the Corgi is getting started, so... Oh, it's been a while since I last done another raid, so... If you guys are sticking around, if all of you, my Royal Wingers, my Royal Lions, if you guys are sticking around... Then then we can get started on, on a bit of a raid here. So, let's do the flat wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you so much, Spoka. Thank you so much. Okay. Cameron is playing some Minecraft, huh? Let's go and say hi to the little corgi friend. To our little corgi friend, I mean. If you guys want to check out, feel free to do so. Otherwise, if not, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more streams. Your Prince bids you all adieu, and we'll see you guys next time. Now we get started on the raid, shall we?